Hello everyone, this is Crustlemania and welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be me trying out a new concept for recording gameplay. Now this is not through my computer, so this was just me recording through my camera and recording my TV screen. So basically I'm already past in the post game for Legends Arceus. I already, but I'm almost done with the post game. So I'm pretty far into it, just trying to finish the post game. But here you can see the gameplay. So this is my party, and I want to try this out mainly because I may try and record my footage for Pokemon Coliseum and XD in this fashion. So definitely trying this out with Arceus because that's the game I had on hand that I could hook up to my TV to potentially record. And it seemed like the frame rate was pretty good so far. So this is the town, and you'll just kind of see me run around, and I will give some commentary. I might take some breaks of the commentary for a little bit, or I might just do that. But there will be a little bit of sound from the original TV for now. The sound wasn't super loud, so I didn't really have much going on there. But um, that's the one thing I'm not exactly sure since I'm recording through a TV because it picks up other noises and there are other people where I live, so that it might pick up their voices. I don't want their voices in the videos, but I don't really have a way to set up a way to record on my computer, especially because if I run Coliseum or XD, I will have to figure out how to do it with the Wii, and that's a bit more complicated. So this was the more um, easier way of me doing it, but I don't know how many minutes I could potentially talk for because this is a 24-minute kind of video. So hopefully I could talk for 20 minutes, but we will see. But that was my full party. That is my secondary party, so to speak, and you'll probably see them throughout the game. But um, this is where you can. I just learned by looking on YouTube that you could buy the metal coat. So if you wanted a Scizor, you could get it. Also, the other evolutions like Electivire, Magmortar, stuff like that, different evolution stones. So I didn't realize that was there this whole time while playing the game, the post game. But we're running around now, the city, and this is like where you can pay to grow some of the medicinal stuff to build potions. This is a alpha Tangrowth. There's the alpha Pokemon, which are like really big. Um, and it's pretty funny who's here on this farm because I got Gabite. Or no, oh shoot, the middle evolution of Garchomp, and then I have Palkia just tending to the farms. You got a legendary Pokemon just chilling there, tending to the farms. So he's just standing there guarding over the farms. Um, yeah, I think that is a Gabite. So I think I have a Alpha Gabite just chilling there, and then I'm just running around before I go on my next quest out there. So the current quest I'm on right now is I'm retrieving wood for the person that gives you the different plates in the post game to find all the different legendaries like Reggie Gigas and oh man, I'm forgetting the other Pokemons like Mesprit and them. So basically, here is my chest. I have a bunch of different things in my chest. Yeah, these are the different plates. I'm looking for 3 things of wood. I have 2 right now. Just rearranging my inventory there, so nothing too crazy. You do have to buy inventory spots for what you hold in this game, so that is definitely something I spent quite a bit of money on in the very beginning because I needed to hold like quite a few berries and stuff like that. And you have to hold the items to craft your own Pokeballs, Great Balls, and stuff like that, and craft your own potions. You could buy them, but I think it's easier to craft them, and that is one part of the game I do really like is the crafting element. So right now I'm moving all the berries into my, I think they call it the satchel or kind of your bag, like in the old games. But I actually only moved a couple berries, so it is what it is there. But here's the loading screen. Um, yep, and we're gonna go out and we're switching to Pokemon. So my thing when playing Pokemon is I like to build different teams. I don't like running the exact same team. There may be a couple Pokemon that are the same, but each game I play, I like to run a different team and use different Pokemon. Um, if I have to use the same Pokemon just for what it is, then I do. But like this is post game, so I kind of want to run with like Regigigas for a little bit to see how Regigigas actually is. Here you can see I do craft, so this is where I'm making I think some hyper potions, and then I make a potion or a super potion out of the potions I have. And then I make another potion, and then I make some more super potions, and then yeah, that's the crafting element. So it's pretty cool. If you've not played Pokemon Arceus, this is the weird ear that you can ride on. So in case you haven't played Pokemon Arceus already, but I'm in this terrained area. I'm looking for wood because I know there is wood here. So I'm just searching around. I do like that you could ride around on the different Pokemon in this game. It's really handy to do. Um, makes traveling a lot easier in this game, a lot faster in certain zones and areas versus just walking all the time or running. And you'll see me kind of within this time that I was playing. Basically, I'm trying to utilize Regigigas in a way, so I am going after a lot of the Omega Pokemon. I'm also picking up the things to build potions, but I do battle a lot more than these doing the stealth mechanics because I'm trying out Regigigas. He's supposed to be level 70, but these Alpha Omega Pokemon are supposed to be pretty strong, so I want to see how a Regigigas would compare to them. So the battling mechanic's pretty cool where you can move around. So there are a lot of different move sets for Regigigas. I kind of maneuver around because I don't really know what each move does. Like I should have known that it had no effect on Drapion, but I was just trying to test its moves out from what I set because it's a varying difference of like moves that it has. So pretty cool there. I do use the potions quite a bit for a lot of these Pokemon. It's quite funny because like a lot of these Pokemon, maybe because they're the Omega Pokemons, like the health, even though I boost like the health bar or the HP bar for these Pokemon, it seems like these Pokemon take pretty big hits on my Pokemon. I don't know how, but they seem to do that. So I'm challenging all the Alpha Pokemon, as you're probably gonna tell right now. See, I see the Walrein. And then I'm already facing the Walrein, so, you know. Let's see what Reggie Boy can do. Man, that's a pretty decent hit. Okay, yeah, I didn't realize until like later that the little circle means in Pokemon Arceus that that's the stronger move to that's like the super effective typing move for the Pokemon that you face. It took me a really long time, even in this gameplay. It took me a while to realize like that's what it meant, because they don't really explain that to you in this game. So you kind of have to figure a lot of things out on your own in this game, for what I realized. So um, yeah, he is frostbitten, but that is relieved. But then there goes another blizzard. And we go for Cresselia or Lunarmon. I have to say, Cresselia is a pretty strong Pokemon. I didn't even realize. I never used Cresselia other than in this game, and like I didn't realize how strong Cresselia actually is. I was like, wow, the moveset's pretty good for Cresselia. I mean, that's why it is a like pseudo legendary, but I never used one before, even post game. So pretty cool. Glad to have it on the squad. Basically, I used to use a oh man, the evolved form of Driftbloom. Um, I named it something different, so I can't remember its actual name. I named it Air Balloon, so I keep wanting to call it Air Balloon, but I don't think it is that. I don't remember the actual name of the Pokemon, but I used that for a while because I never used Driftbloom in Diamond and Pearl. So I tried to use different Pokemon um, in building and assembling my party. So here is Regigigas facing a level 45 Glameow, I think, alpha Pokemon. Damn, Reggie boy taking hits. Yeah, I will say the Weirdeer just roaming around is really nice. The Sneasler climbing up the mountains is nice, and the Braviary flying around is pretty cool as well. Makes it a lot easier to maneuver. Yeah, I see this area, and I think this is where the wood is. Um, but there are some alpha Pokemon in this area, so just roaming around. Oh, cool! Another piece of wood. So I think that completes it, but then like at least another piece of wood there, so that will for sure complete what I need for the quest I need for the post game I'm playing right now. I'm almost done. I caught all the pseudo legendaries, and I kind of spoiled the ending for myself, so I kind of know where I'm pretty much at, and I'm almost done with the post game thing, post game kind of storyline. So yeah, I mean this Octillery just took out Reggie boy there. So we got Mr. Grass Turtle coming up right here to see. He's a lower level in terms of like he's a higher level, but like the alpha Pokemon are like pretty strong. So kind of like a lower hitting, but see how he does. Not. No, I didn't have the faith in the Grass Turtle because it took that hit pretty hard. So I got my boy Zapper here. Which is the Luxray, I believe, is the actual name, but I don't know. I give nicknames to all my Pokemons. It makes them more entertaining. I kind of remember them by nicknames, and yeah, it's just easier for me to remember, and I think it's kind of funny too. It makes Pokemon a little more entertaining, making these kind of nicknames. They're kind of out there, but they're not too out there where it's like kind of like, okay, that's a weird name, but it's just kind of funny names more than anything, just kind of describing who they are, what they are, who they are. So yeah. And the thing I noticed is the Grass Turtle was frozen, but after the battle the status went away, which is very, I didn't expect. I'm used to the older games where like frozen carries over, like even after the battle, and like poison and like fire damage, and being what is that, under being asleep through like hypnosis also affects your Pokemon after the battle. But I guess in this game, like all those status affecting things go away after the battle ends. So that's something I didn't even realize. So we found the other alpha Pokemon. So definitely gonna try and go with Reggie Boy here. Square up Big Boy versus Big Boy here. Strongman versus Ancient Strongman, so, you know. Yeah, I think this is when I realized that the circle meant that it was super effective. Prior to that, I didn't even realize. Is that psychic or is that fairy? I'm not used to fairy moves, so I don't really know what the symbol for fairy is versus psychic. So fairy is relatively new to me, so I don't really know much about that. But basically, I just finished my side quest, so gonna switch to Braviary. I want to try and see if I could get this Staraptor. I don't think I can, just because I don't know how to get the Pokemon flying in the air. I tried a few times to get the Pokemon in the air, but I just couldn't figure it out. You'll see me kind of attempt to here and pretty much kind of fail in trying to get the Staraptor here. Like, I don't know if you're supposed to, like, throw the Pokeball at it, like, when you're on the edge, or while you're flying, if you're supposed to catch it or something like that. But, you know. I eventually just, tried one more time. See if I could switch to, like, the Pokeballs. See if I could catch the, Staraptor at all. I thought I was just too high in the sky. Then I see the little indicator thing, but I couldn't throw a Pokeball at it. I couldn't do really anything to it. So I was like, okay, that's a bit strange. I don't know if you could battle midair or whatnot, but maybe you need a flying Pokemon to battle it. I have like no clue. Because like literally I was flying around and like I couldn't even affect that Pokemon. So maybe I do need a flying Pokemon. I didn't even think about that, actually. Maybe I need a flying Pokemon to battle it in the air. But it is what it is. Rode the weird ear around and went back to kind of complete the story. Or the post story, I guess you'd say. But just for the video, I wanted to show like me catching a Pokemon. So I went to go back to find the closest Pokemon, and it happened to be this Tangela. So I've caught multiple of these in the game, but I just figured I'd show the mechanic on how you catch Pokemon. Aim and fire. And pick up that medicinal leak, and then cool. That is pretty much how you catch the Pokemon in this game. It's pretty cool. I like the concept. The open worldness of it is really nice. The battle mechanic is pretty cool in this game, so I'm hoping ZA is gonna be pretty similar in that aspect. But you know, it is what it is. And I figured I saw the shaking tree, so figured I'd use Reggie Boy to get that Burmy out of there. And I figured, you know what? I figure I'd catch this Burmy. I've caught the Burmies before, but for the video, just catch the Burmy. I like how the Burmies are like different. They have different shades, I guess, per area. Like the regular Burmy has the grass, and then the that one was pink, and then the other one is like brown. So it's like a brown Wormadam. So when they evolve into like Wormadam, then it has that kind of special area coding, I guess. I don't even know, or look. Is that how you would put it? But not exactly sure there. But anyways, that was me going around this area. These are all the different Pokemons that I faced in this time. So definitely pretty cool there in this thing. The Glameow. And yeah. Unfortunately, in this game, you have to go back to the village every single time to move to a different area. That's probably the one thing that I don't really like too much, is that like if you went to an area by accident and you want to leave the area, you have to keep going back to the village, because as you see here, and I go back out again to the area where I'm supposed to go to finish the post game stuff. So you know, I am back here. Now, I go through the text quite fast. I don't really read everything that they say, or I'm used to reading the text after all these years, so I go pretty fast. So that's just how I do the thing. Yeah, I have no clue what these plates really do. I guess they like kind of enhance the certain Pokemon type, I guess, if they're wearing the plate, but I never put any of the plates on or attached it to the Pokemon, so I don't really know much of what they do. It's interesting how the guy Volo in this game, he reminds me a lot of like Cynthia in actual Diamond and Pearl. He reminds me like a lot of just the look of like Cynthia for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe he's an ancestor of Cynthia. Who knows? But that was pretty much it. Gave her the 3 pieces of wood. I guess she's making a cutting board. I don't. I don't even really know. So it is what it is. Um, and yeah, that is this part so far. So this is the first clip that I picked up for this game, and I just wanted to see how it worked out. So you guys let me know what you think of this gameplay. Certain times the gameplay may get a little spotty just because the Switch gets a little spotty, but for the most part it is not too bad actually. I kind of like how it recorded, just through my camera there on my TV screen. So the audio may not always play for the game, which is unfortunate, is because I would like to record the audio, but it is what it is. If you guys enjoyed my commentary, let me know. I am Big Joe. If you don't know what a Big Joe is, if you ever worked in a warehouse, there's a machine called a Big Joe. For some reason, I like the name of that. So, like the last few games I played in terms of Pokemon, I just named myself Big Joe. So I'll probably be like my ongoing name for most of these Pokemon games is going to be Big Joe. So I just kind of find it funny when all these characters interact with you, like, hey, look, it's Big Joe. I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. So definitely who I am in this game, and probably in Pokemon Z and the other older games as well. Call myself Big Joe. So, anyways, hope you guys like this, and there will be a part 2 of this. So we'll see how it goes. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.